here at Katie Daly's Ireland. Thank you all again for joining us. We're delighted that you're taking time out of your day, and we are so excited to be kicking off our 2023 with a series of great presenters. I am most excited for today's presentation as we head south to the county of Cork. Home in Ireland is Cork for me. It's where my parents are from, and it's also the place where my career in tourism started. So as you'll see, I am virtually in Bantry Bay. I started working there in a local hotel one summer many moons ago. County Cork is the largest county in Ireland, so there's a number of multi-day pursuits. There are wealth of attractions, activities to explore. And today we're going to be hearing from two fantastic partners in Cork. We're joined by Ray Kelleher. He's the Director of Sales and Marketing at the Montenotte Hotel. And then we're going to head to the town of Kinsale, where we're going to meet Suzanne Byrne. She is the owner of Kinsale Food Tours. But first, I would like to introduce our company owner, Katie Daly.
Thank you, Mary, and thank you to all the travel advisors who have joined us today and taken the time out of your busy schedule. I hope 2023 is off to a great start for you all, and we are looking forward to a fantastic season ahead. Thank you for all the support in 2022. It was an amazing year, and as I say, we're off to a great season and a great start for 2023, and really looking forward to working with you on your clients' trips to Ireland. And just a big thank you to our two presenters, Ray and Suzanne, joining us today from Cork, amazing partners in tourism. So thank you guys for taking the time, and looking forward to hearing all about the updates in Cork. So thanks again. Thanks, Mary.
Super. Thanks a million, Katie. So now we will travel across the pond to the Montenotte Hotel, which is located just outside of Cork City. It actually overlooks the beautiful city of Cork. It's a vibrant destination hotel with a playful and eclectic vibe that offers guests an experience like no other. It's built within the former 18th century residence of a merchant prince. The Montenotte Hotel is a Garden of Eden in the heart of Cork, nestled in stunning surroundings with unrivaled views of the city and the harbour. A rich heritage has been preserved throughout the years and updated with a contemporary twist, decadent detailing, and a luxurious finish. They were recently awarded status as a proud member of Small Luxury Hotels of the World. I had the pleasure of staying at the hotel last year, and it was really the ultimate destination stay within Cork. So I am very thrilled to introduce Ray Kelleher. He's going to bring us on a virtual tour of this beautiful Cork hotel. Ray is also going to give us a little peek into the Montenotte sister hotel. It's the Wilder Hotel in Dublin, a residents-only boutique townhouse. It's a city hideaway, which is close to Stephen's Green in the heart of Dublin. So Ray, I'm delighted to hand it over to you now.
Thank you so much, Mary, and thanks to Katie for this fantastic opportunity to present this evening. Well, it's just gone 7 o'clock here in Ireland. I'm in my home residence, which is in Clonakilty, which is in West Cork, not far from where your virtual background there is,
exactly,
Mary, in
yeah.
Bantry. So, but today I'm here, I represent the Montenotte Hotel, and I'll proceed to start with our presentation, if that's okay with you guys.
Super, right? And thank you again. We have a great turnout. Thank you all for joining us again and taking the time this afternoon. Oh, perfect, Ray. We can see your screen.
Fantastic. I'm just going to
just the pictures. Like I said, I had the most beautiful stay. My mom still talks about the breakfast tray overlooking gorgeous Cork City. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we're very fortunate. And for those of you that are on screen that can see the background here, that's, I suppose, our view from our terrace. So it overlooks the city. I'll start our presentation, just a little bit of information for the travel advisors on screen here tonight. Just, I suppose, location-wise, for those of you that don't know, this is a map of Ireland, so you can see, I suppose, Cork's location. As Mary mentioned, Cork is the largest county in Ireland. We're also Ireland's second city. So after Dublin, in the Republic of Ireland, we're the second city. Cork has a rich heritage. It's a port it's a port city, and its history dates back over 400 years and was one of the leading ports in the world. And at one point was a butter, plenty of butter merchants and everything in Cork. So a huge history attached to our city. And when we look at city and county, I just like to make reference to a few different, I suppose, key attractions that help us sell the destination. So I know that Mary and her team and Katie would be well used to selling these various attractions. But close to where Suzanne is based, you got the beautiful old head of Kinsale and those splendid views overlooking the Atlantic. Closer to the city, you've got this beautiful steeple, which is at the Crawford Art Gallery. The Crawford Art Gallery is a unique, fantastic sculpture and art exhibition gallery in the heart of the city, about to undergo a massive refurbishment worth over 100,000. It's a government operated building, so it's free for visitors to the city, and it really is a truly immersive experience to visit the Crawford Art Gallery. Alongside that, you've got the beautiful picture of the Shandon Bells overlooking, which sits proudly over the city in Shandon. And the unique, I suppose, element to the Shandon Bells is that there's 4 clocks on the bells and each clock has a different time. So that's quite unique. Don't ask me why that is the case. And then here in the harbour itself. So Cork is very much a maritime city. And it's at the estuary to the Port of Cork. And here you can see in this image in the bottom left-hand corner is of Ocean Escapes, which is a fantastic product that you can go on an amazing rib out on the coast to Cove or to Crosshaven in the city. Some other famous elements to our city and county, the infamous Jameson Distillery, and I actually was very fortunate to visit there with some clients the weekend, and to learn that Jameson whiskey now has an 8% share of global whiskey sales around the world. And this distillery here in Middleton, which is about 20 minutes from our hotel in Montenotte, is the home of Jameson. Every bottle of Jameson that you see worldwide is distilled here in Middleton in Cork. Sitting alongside that, you've got the beautiful Blarney Castle and Gardens. And Blarney is obviously infamous for kissing the Blarney Stone. I'm sure a lot of you online would have heard about that. And it's a beautiful location. And just underneath those 2 images, you've got the beautiful coastal town of Cove. It's good that Suzanne is talking about Kinsale. I'll mention Cove today, which was the last port of the Titanic. And you can see the island there, which is the Spike Island off the coast there in Cove. And I suppose for us, it's Ireland's answer to Alcatraz. So, and it's a brilliant visitor centre. Coming closer to home to the Montenotte. So we are a 4-star deluxe property located overlooking Cork City. We're a 10-minute walk to the town centre, yet you very much feel that you're in a resort setting. We kind of class ourselves as that ultimate experiential urban escape, where you have the benefit of city, yet you don't have to go outside the front door. And Mary, I think you kind of felt that when you were with us during the summer. So you can see some of those images. You've got the concierge welcome at the front door, and we have a doorman there and a full concierge team to welcome your guests, where you check in, and at the same time your luggage is transferred directly to your rooms. This exceptional view overlooking Cork City in the terrace area in the top right hand corner. You've got the Victorian Sunken Gardens there, and also the other image there is of our glasshouse, which is our rooftop cocktail bar, which we added in August 2021. Some of our interior images there on view is our lobby area, the restaurant, which is called the Panorama Bistro, which we operate breakfast, lunch and dinner. Very much a brasserie style bistro, very contemporary, class casual luxury at the hotel. You've got an exceptional cinema. It's a 50-seater cinema. It's available for all hotel guests. We have 2 movies every evening. And so that's at 5 o'clock and 9 o'clock, and that's complimentary for all guests. And then in the bottom right-hand corner, I mentioned the glass house. That's our rooftop cocktail bar. It's an exceptional piece of architecture and very much a luxe element to the resort. Bedroom-wise, you've got a mixture of our executive rooms and also our boutique rooms. So I suppose we've done various refurbishments over the years. We have 107 bedrooms. We predominantly are a lot of our business is for double and twin occupancy. We do have some rooms with a double and a single, but predominantly double and twin. And that's just a view of some of our rooms. Most of the rooms, pretty much all, have air conditioning as well. And some have views. Not all rooms do have views. So one of our USPs at the hotel is our views, but it's very much the views from the food and beverage outlets and overlooking from the terraces. This is just also another element to the resort. These are the residents, which is our self-catering apartments. We've 26 fully self-catering apartments, a mixture of both 1 and 2 bedroom apartments, and there for a minimum of 5 nights stay, could be as long as 30. From a facilities perspective, then we've got a boutique spa called Bellevue. We have 3 products in 3 product ranges. We have Dermavisuals, which is an international brand based out of Australia. We have our own Bellevue Botanicals brand, and we also have a new brand coming in March, which is called Grown Alchemist, which is a brand based out of Germany, quite popular in the UK. And we also have a full health and fitness club with 20-meter pool, sauna, steam jacuzzi, and a fully equipped gym for guests' use. Team is very important to us. So these are just members of our team, and all 4 are some of our members. And I think, Mary, you would have met Danielle, who's there, the blonde, the good-looking blonde on the right-hand side. And yeah, sorry,
Danielle. Danielle was so lovely. The whole team was amazing.
Great. She's our guest relations manager. So I suppose really it's her responsibility to make sure that all our individual guests enjoy their stay. Matt in the top right-hand corner is our director of operations. You've got our restaurant host in the mornings for breakfast, Dagmara. And so a team is really important. So what I'm just going to do here is just a little bit of drone footage for you guys. So I'm just going to hit this, and you should be able to see the drone footage as you move in over the resort, the beautiful gardens, the terrace areas there. You can see the glass house with the pink parasol. And we're very much located in a residential area of the city. So it actually, although we're city centre, it does feel quite quiet. I just want to let our guests on the line know about what's coming. We have a new product that is coming to the property, the Woodland Suite Experience, which will be opening in December of this year. Phase 1 will be 4 Woodland Suites, 5 Woodland Nests, and a clubhouse. So I'm going to show your guests, or you guys in travel, what's coming. So these are some of the Woodland suites. We'll have 4 of these in phase 1. These are amazing cantilevered suites with Siberian dark larch as the exterior, a beautiful terrace, which is 10 square meters. And the interior of these rooms, of these suites, are 50 square meters, quite substantial. An image just internally of them. It's a 5-star product, and it'll be a 5-star service. So we are developing, as I said, a woodland clubhouse. We'll also have a woodland butler dedicated to this area of the resort. You'll have an electric golf buggy to bring guests from reception down through the resort and bring you right to your door. This is some of the interiors. You can see the beautiful stone Amalfi bath, the sleigh bed, and some other images here on screen where you can see it's very, very contemporary, but very high end. And we're working with a designer called Kinsale Lafferty, which are based in Dublin, and just the concepts attached to this development are absolutely stunning. Sitting alongside that, we'll be opening the Woodland Nests. These are in effect, our tree houses. We'll have 5 of these in phase 1. They'll be built into the trees, suspended 25 feet into the trees. Very much, this is all about exclusivity, privacy, and on some of the, you can see the terrace there, there'll also be hot tubs as well. So very much personal and unique. This is just a closer up view of what that woodland experience will look like. Loads of woodland trails where guests will be able to just cocoon in their own little world. We will be bringing the likes of our spa to these woodland suites. So, and we'll be introducing like yoga retreats in the gardens and everything. So that's a very, very exciting prospect. As Mary mentioned, we're very proud members of Small Luxury Hotels of the World. It's a beautiful partnership for us. We joined in July of last year. And so that has worked very, very well. That's the Montenotte Hotel in essence. We're very much, as I said, an urban resort in the heart of a fantastic Cork city, but very much a different offering to what you would see normally for a city offering. I'm just going to mention before I come offline, just our sister property is it's the Wilder Townhouse. It's a townhouse in the heart of Dublin. I know Katie, it's one of Katie's personal favourites in Dublin, and you were with us last year, Katie, weren't you?
Katie was there. Yeah, Katie, I think you're just muted, but yeah, Katie was there, and another beautiful, beautiful stay.
Sorry, I was muted there. One of my favorite hotels in Dublin, small, beautiful boutique hotel, and just walking distance, Ray, you know, right to Stephen's Green. So yeah, super hotel.
Yeah, it's very, very personal, very unique. And as Katie just mentioned, their location is superb, right between St. Stephen's Green and the Royal Canal, kind of that leafy suburb, kind of very, very quaint, very, very, very quiet part of the city, but yet within 3 minutes you're in this bustling, incredible city. So just some images. The building itself is over 160 years old, and dates back to and has a huge history attached to it. Retired governesses is what was originally built for its home. And there, on screen there, you can see some of the images. This is very much an upmarket 4-star deluxe bed and breakfast. In effect, the breakfast experience is exceptional, very much personal, one-on-one, and each room is individual. So we have 4 different room types, but they're all individual. This is just a look of some of the rooms. So the room to the left is the suite, but as a note, there's a little fireplace in every single room, which is really, really unique, and it just is an ode to the past of what this property was all about. And the bathrooms are just quite unique as well. So it's very, very different property, but if you're looking for something different, but that is very much personal, it's 42 bedrooms, so it's very, very small, but the service is just lovely. They also have a gin bar, which it's the breakfast room in the mornings, the tea rooms as it's called, and then becomes a gin and charcuterie bar in the evenings. And just to say thank you to Katie and Mary for this opportunity. I'll leave you with the view overlooking Cork City from the Montenotte Hotel. It's my favorite image. As a story, we took this image exactly 12 months ago on the 11th of January last year. And this is actually the sunset overlooking Cork City that evening. It wasn't photoshopped. We just got so lucky. It was at about 5 o'clock, so it was just before the light went down, but it was absolutely exceptional. And that's the beautiful city behind us. Thank you.
Thanks a million, Ray. And I can definitely attest to that. That was one of the first stops when we got into the Montenotte, because we had just come off a flight. I had driven down from Shannon. And there are a few questions, I think, related to the Montenotte, so we'll get to those at the end. But just, we sat out there, we had a coffee. Later on, we had some of the Montenotte gin, and also enjoy that at the Glass House as well, where there was music that night. So it really is just such a lovely destination hotel. And I can't stress this enough, that like clients, you know, it's really a place that you want to have your clients stay for a few nights. Just even to walk down to the gardens, the spa was fabulous, the fitness center, the leisure club with the pool and everything. And like I said, one of the nicest breakfasts. So you really want to immerse yourself, have your clients immerse themselves. And like I said, there's a wealth of activities, which Ray got into there as well, on the doorstep, right? You know, within just 20 minutes drive, and Cork City right on your doorstep, and have your clients have a chance to overlook it and just really get to enjoy the atmosphere. So Ray, that was amazing. Thank you so much. And keeping in line with the activities available in Cork, one of the most highly rated experiences is a visit to Kinsale, which is a seaside town located just southeast of the city. Kinsale is a colorful, picturesque place to explore with a wealth of maritime history, but its notable claim to fame is being recognized as the gourmet capital of Ireland. So what better way to explore this area than on a food tour? Kinsale food tours will satisfy eager stomachs with tasty treats and enliven minds with local history and stories. The tour visits 4 different eateries to sample their delicious foods. So it's my pleasure to introduce Suzanne Burns for a virtual tour, but unfortunately for us, no food is involved here today.
So thank you very much for the introduction, Mary, and also thank you, Katie, for having me along today. Really happy to be representing Cork alongside with Ray, and as I'm not sure about people around the world, but in Ireland, we're known in Cork as being particularly proud of our region, and to be able to show you more about Kinsale and the food tour is a real pleasure for me. So without much ado, so the Kinsale Food Tours is my own business. I've been running it for 6 years. This year will actually be my 7th year. And just 1 second. So I am the founder and lead guide. During the summer, I usually have 1 or 2 other guides working with me. But my background is a little bit unusual. I'm originally a marine biologist, and I also worked as a wildlife guide and a wildlife writer and photographer. I spent 12 years living abroad. I lived in Australia, New Zealand, and Canada. And when I came home in 2014, I was looking for work in my field and I couldn't find anything available. And I was like, if I can't find a job, I'll try and create a job. And that's how the food tours happened. So I originally started doing coastal walking tours, and food came out of that. And actually does parlay quite well with food tours, which you'll see in a while. So as the others were saying, Kinsale, it's an incredibly beautiful town. There's about 5,000 people that live here, but we have about 60 venues where you can eat and drink. So it's hard not to become the size of a house living here. So we have an amazing array of activities as well. We have horse riding, we have kayaking, surfing, really good walking. We have really good galleries and really good shopping, and like Charles Fort and James Fort, they're these medieval forts on the coast. So just like beautiful like colored cottages, we've yachts in the harbor, big sailing history here. So we're just spoiled for choice. So Kinsale is in a really good location. It's 20 minutes from Cork Airport, and it's half an hour from Cork City, which is, as Ray was saying, it's the 2nd largest city in Ireland, and it's at the start of the end of the Wild Atlantic Way, which is this iconic coastal route. It's 2,500 kilometers, and it actually traverses some of the most spectacular scenery in the world. So the town food tour is our flagship food tour. We do 3 different types. So it's actually like a walking meal. So we go to 4 different locations, usually like a cafe, deli, restaurant, and then we stop at a chocolatier or an ice cream shop. So it's actually like a walking meal. It actually has a physical progression, and it's a lot of fun. You get to meet people behind the scenes. You get to sample different types of food. We do traditional Irish food, we do fusion food, we do wild food. So we cover different aspects, and we do small tours. We can do 2 people, we can do large groups up to 25, so we can do anything in between. The tours run Monday to Friday. They run morning around 11 and afternoon around 2:30, and they last about 2.5 hours. So we always recommend that people come hungry. So if you're doing the morning tour, don't eat your breakfast. If you're doing the afternoon tour, you probably won't eat an evening meal, and it actually includes your lunch. And also if you have any dietary requirements, we take that into account as well. But all of the photos that you're seeing here, they're all photos that I've taken on the tour. So you can see we have fun. So because I have a background in marine biology, I always thought it'd be really nice to like tie that into the food tour. So I've been doing these coastal foraging tours from the very start. We go to a local location called Sandy Cove. It's less than 10 minutes drive from the town. We look at wild seaweeds and shellfish and plants. And we also do, so I look at the beauty, health and food aspects of how you can use them in food. I also do I do a gourmet picnic, and I incorporate wild foods into it. So you might have like dillisk seaweed cheese, you might have gutweed, which is a seaweed in soda bread, you might have like sugar kelp in chocolate, which I've given the sugar kelp to the local chocolatier, and make it into these like dark chocolate seaweed pieces, which are crunchy and salty and sweet. We have like wildflowers and salads, we have nettle teas, clover teas, things like that. So you get a sense of what these things are actually like, the things that you're looking at and how you can actually use them. So these tours are tide dependent. So daily the tide changes here quite a bit. So
sorry, Susan.
yeah.
Just not to interrupt you there, just the connection is I think it might just be a little in and out, but just to confirm, you said that these tours are tide dependent.
Yeah, so they're
Yeah,
based
okay.
on the tidal aspects of the sea. So like low
Gotcha.
tide, we always have to do it on low tide, so that changes every day. So that means it could be like in the morning, in the afternoon, it could be in the early evening, and they last about 2.5 hours, and yeah, they're good fun. So, and our third tour is our private yacht picnic charter. So this is our like luxury tour. We work with Sovereign Sailing, which is a local sailing company.
Okay, I think
they're very well respected. They've been going for like 20 years. You okay?
yeah,
Okay?
it was a little, no, it's okay. Yeah, perfect.
Okay. I'll try not to like express too much.
No, you're grand.
Cool. So yeah, so we run these half-day sailing charters with them, and we've access to private yachts. So we actually spec out the boats, so they're really beautiful on board. And I bring on a variety of local foods from different purveyors in the town. And then like I have local drinks as well, like local beers, ciders, mead as well. And we also will have like Prosecco, wine, things like that, depending on your client's needs. We'll have a really nice array of foods, and you can be as relaxed or involved on the sailing as you want. So like, because I'm a food tour guide and I'm also a marine biologist, I go through all the food on board. Also, if any interesting creatures come along, I'll be able to tell you about them. And the skipper will actually allow you to sail the yacht if you want. So you can be as active or as relaxed as you want. So these run daily, and they're half a day. So it's 3.5 to 4 hours for each sailing. And because I'm a small business, and this is my own business, I like to be as creative as I can, and I really like to be challenged, and I like to have opportunities to try different things. So I customize a lot of the tours. So on the right hand side here, we were at Max's restaurant in Kinsale. We had a group of chefs from the Netherlands. They were Michelin star chefs. They came in, and we actually did a wild seafood platter tasting with them. So Olivier there, he's the owner of Max's restaurant, and he's really into sustainable food. So he actually spearfishes and forages for a lot of his food. So spider crabs there were actually ones that he caught himself. And we actually lock people into the restaurant for this part of the tour. And we actually have this wild platter with them. We've also done dessert only tours. So on the left hand side, we have Frankie, who's the owner of Coco's Chocolate Shop, and he's a bit like our own Willy Wonka. He's a real character, but like others. So this is really nice to sort of bring that out. Also, we have a lot of special occasions. So we have like lots of honeymoons. We have engagements. We have families getting back together, particularly after COVID. Just lots of reasons to celebrate. So it's a real privilege to be able to be part of this. So I've been featured extensively in the media. I've been on NBC Golf. I've been on the Irish TV stations. I've been in most of the national newspapers. I've been featured in National Geographic, and I'm going to be on BBC and S4C in the next couple of weeks as well. And I've also won a couple of travel awards. So these are my contact details. So if you have any more questions, I'd be more than happy to tell you more about what we do. But I'd like to say thank you so much for listening, and I really appreciate your time.
Thank you, Suzanne. That was amazing. I mean, it's lunchtime here on the East Coast in New York, so I think we're all, after that, kind of ready to dig in now to some food. But yeah, Kinsale, just an amazing place. I mean, what you have on offer is obviously even just so much more than the food elements as well. So, you know, obviously, you know, there's a huge connection within the area as well. So we are going to get to some questions. A couple of people said, just I think it was a bit of the connection there with some of the things just in the later part of the presentation. So if anybody does have any questions, or if anything was unclear, just pop them in the chat box now. So we will just go through I know there was a couple of questions. I'll go back to start with the Montenotte just on, I think Ray has answered some of these there. So just about the suites when they are opening. So Ray, can you just reiterate that for everyone again? And then just about, we have another question here with regards to airport accessibility and car hire. But yeah, if you would just want to maybe.
No bother at all. Thanks, Mary. Yeah, I seen those messages come up in the chat. So our Woodland Suite experience, which I spoke about towards the end of my presentation, that is, I suppose, our latest project at the property. So we hope to open phase 1 of that, which will be in December of this year. So this is very much a 2024-2025 product. And sitting alongside that, we will be adding a 60-seater fine dining restaurant as well. So that'll be part of that development as well to the resort. Something like a Japanese grill is our plan. So very unique, some Japanese grill, an Irish whiskey bar, and an art gallery as well, because the hotel is a strong association with art. So we do an artist in residence, we have a sculpture in residence for hotel guests that are coming during the summer. There's an incredible sculpture exhibition at the property as well. But from Cork's location itself, we do have an international airport in Cork. It's 10 minutes from Cork city centre. Not when Katie drove through Cork there now some months ago, it was a little bit longer. But without traffic, you're talking about Cork Airport to Cork city centre is usually 10 to 15 minutes. And very good connections from our US friends on the line here. They might want to connect to Cork via London Heathrow or via Amsterdam. Alternatively, flying into Shannon or Dublin. Shannon is just over a 2-hour drive to Cork, and Dublin is exactly 3 hours door to door from Dublin Airport, and it's all motorway the whole way. You will need a car. However, there is good train connection. There's excellent bus routes as well. But yeah, a car is probably helpful. However, there is good public transport now available throughout the island of Ireland.
Perfect. Yeah, and just on that, I had a car, and obviously there was great parking facilities at the hotel, like the concierge as well, with the bed, you know, with the team with the bags and everything. So helpful. Yeah. But yes, right on the doorstep is the train. You know, great service, bus service, a taxi service widely available as well. And the hotel will be great with organizing anything like that. You know, if somebody is out in the evening and maybe doesn't want to have to take the car out, kind of thing. Just it came up again. So the Woodland Suites that we're referring to are on site at the Montenotte Hotel. These are in development stage and will be a product that you'll definitely see more of. So we're delighted to have a sneak peek into them today. So keep your eyes peeled on that, everyone. And then just another question then about the accessibility at the hotel, which the hotel is an accessible property. But Ray, if you want to just delve a little more into that.
Yeah, no problem at all. We do have 3 fully accessible rooms on site. And we have 3 floors within our 107 bedrooms, and they're all accessible by lifts as well. So I would say en route to the glass house, and there's a lot of stairs and routes. However, the glass house as well, our external rooftop cocktail bar, it has lift access as well.
Super, that's great. Thank you so much, Ray. And then we do have a couple of questions for Suzanne, just Suzanne on the times of the tours. And somebody is asking, does the tour include fishy?
Times the tour depend on the tour itself. So the town food tours are Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. and they each last 2.5 hours. The foraging tour, as I was saying earlier, is tide dependent.
Right, I think we just
I don't know where you're from, but like in Ireland, we have very high tide side.
Yes, we're kind of losing you a little, Suzanne. So just to reiterate, the tidal tours are time dependent, or tidal dependent, excuse me. But you know, we can obviously customize and work with Suzanne on any elements for your clients. Ray and Suzanne, if you do want to just pop your contact info in the chat box, we have a few people asking for that there. Obviously, we work closely with the Montenotte Hotel and Kinsale Food Tours in putting together, you know, the most perfect itinerary for your clients. So feel free to contact us, reach out with any queries that you may have, and we'll be happy to pass those along. We'll also be sharing this presentation as well. It has been recorded. We'll be sharing all the details for each of the presenters as well. I don't think there's any more questions. If anybody does, please take the chance just to pop them in now. I think we have just hotel recommendations in Kinsale. There are a number of properties in the Kinsale area. Obviously, the Montenotte would be a great fit as well. It's obviously tailored to the client budget, but there's a number of product offerings in the area. So please feel free to reach out. We'd be happy to put together some information for clients that are potentially traveling. Likewise, thank you again, everyone, for joining us. Next week, we are heading to County Kildare. We are going to be featuring Carton House and some local attractions in the surrounding area. So we do hope you can join us. Please sign up if you haven't done so already. A big thank you again, lastly, to Ray and Suzanne. We are so thrilled to start the series off with you guys. And again, a little biased, but in the beautiful county of Cork. And it was an amazing virtual tour there. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Mary. Thanks, Katie.
Thanks, guys. Have a good afternoon. Thank you.
Take care.